the same guy who rails against people who don't believe in his particular voodoo.
Right, against gay people.
Against
The same person who rails against anyone who don't adhere to his particular brand of voodoo, right, against LGBT people. Hey, I guess you shouldn't let this part go wrong, guy. Prepare yourself for a whirlwind voyage through the scandals and controversies of Steve Harvey. Recently, a leaked email revealed strange rules for his staff, including a ban on approaching him in the hallways or entering his dressing room without permission. This move was reportedly made to save Harvey at some point during the day, but most people just find his behavior bizarre. He's no stranger to criticism, but most people just find his behavior outlandish. We have a lot more to cover today, so hello everyone and welcome back to Secret Life channel. Harvey has drawn criticism for his staff's behavior in addition to his remarks about Asian men. During one of his shows, he promoted the book How to Date a White Woman, a practical guide for Asian men, and when his audience politely declined, he continued by making derogatory remarks about Asian men and even Chinese food. Because of Swift's outrage, Harvey was forced to publicly apologize, but many people thought his statements to be inexcusable. Also, don't forget about the emotional pain he experienced. Since Steve Harvey's first wife, Marcia Harvey, sued him for a whopping $60 million, claiming that he had damaged her soul and left her emotionally distressed, and since his infidelity during their marriage had sent her down a dark path of mental anguish and resulted in her attempt at suicide, it is evident that Harvey's scandals have affected his personal relationships as well, leaving a sour taste in their mouths. I'm writing this letter voluntarily and explicitly to state that Steve Harvey is not a woman being or a child. Fans were outraged by Steve Harvey's remarks for more reasons than just being insulting. They believed that he should have realized how blatantly inappropriate they were. His sincere regrets, however, appeared to go unheeded as they continued to voice their outrage. When challenged about his remarks, Harvey clarified that he meant real men, but was quickly reminded that gay men are also real men. His lack of consideration for the LGBTQ community was also noted, and his sexist and anti-gay remarks on the Joy Behar show only served to fuel the fire. Changing the subject to his personal life, the relationship between Steve and his first wife Marcia was solid before his notoriety as a stand-up comedian started to rise. Steve's love story is everything but straightforward. After Steve cheated on her while she was pregnant after their separation in 1990, Marcia struggled to embrace Steve's fame and felt abandoned. And in 1994, they eventually got a divorce. There were rumors Steve was already cohabitating with Mary Lee, his second wife, but if you thought his first divorce was spectacular, wait until you hear about his second marriage. He'll hath no fury like a woman scorned, as Steve is learning the hard way tonight. Steve's ex-wife Mary Harvey is furious and she's going public. She even released a 25-minute video. Steve married Mary Harvey in 1996, and their divorce in 2005 was a real roller coaster. However, 10 years later, Mary publicly accused Steve of cheating throughout their 10-year marriage and demanded millions from him. Steve allegedly owes her a whopping $60 million and violated her civil rights, according to a Spill the Beans YouTube video where she claims he abandoned her penniless and refused to officially process their divorce. Steve Harvey's life is an intricate web of controversy that extends beyond his public persona and includes everything from his dubious political opinions to his tangled personal connections. There is no resolution for me as of today because there never was any closure in Harvey's story. The ongoing drama with his second wife Mary has indeed taken things to another level by turning personal grievances into public legal battles. It's a saga that seems far from over, and the future of Harvey's story is still up in the air. Mary, Steve Harvey's second wife, was upset with the judge's decision that tied their divorce to the partition of their shared property, a condition that never materialized. Her anger bubbled over when she exclaimed, "I want to see the outcome of this courtroom drama." Harvey Steve behind bars, she continued. The judge said our divorce would be contingent upon the division of community assets, but that never happened. Steve's opinions didn't help either. He caught flack for his comments with Joy Behar where he blamed women for men's infidelity, stating that white men cheat because there are so many women out there who are willing to cheat. With a statement like that, which is bound to raise eyebrows, he took my Winton and turned my son into a loser. Mary's problems didn't end there. The fact that their son Winton was in Steve's care deeply troubled her, especially since she felt unfairly denied the right to see him. The scars from her relationship with Steve were deeper than she thought. She claimed he had caused her great emotional suffering and soul damage. The situation was so bad, she claimed, that she had to turn to self-medication to deal with the heartache, especially after he left her for another woman. When Marjorie mentions Marjorie, their relationship dates all the way back to 1987, when they first met at a Memphis comedy club. Steve's current wife. After Steve's divorce in 2005, sparks started to fly once more, and when he found out Marjorie was also recently single, he spent no time in booking a flight to Memphis. I first met Marjorie when the song was released in 1986 or 1987. God later brought it back to me in 2005. Since then, they have been practically inseparable, although their relationship has had its rocky moments. In 2018, reports of an impending divorce circulated when Marjorie accused Steve of spending too much time with his longtime friend Kris Jenner. The two were seen together in Hollywood and at Paris Fashion Week in 2015, fueling rumors about their relationship. Every twist and turn in Steve Harvey's life creates a new chapter that keeps the world on edge. Whether it's his ex-wife Mary's annoyances, his provocative statements, or the ups and downs of his relationship with Marjorie, the spotlight never seems to dim. His connections with famous people like Kris Jenner add an additional layer of intrigue. Wherever Steve goes, drama seems to follow. That's happening in front of you. I've never seen that picture before, but Steve once said on his talk show that he had a section of his heart filled with pure hatred in case he needed it for Jordan. That's some fatherly protection taken to another level. The whispers began when Steve publicly expressed his doubt about Lori's relationship with the handsome Michael B. Jordan. The rumors peaked when he hesitated to mention Jordan marrying Lori on Today with Hoda and Jenna. Oh man laughs, but the buzz doesn't end with no. Steve Judith Harvey. I've learned so much from Marjorie over the years, and although at times it felt like she was speaking to a brick wall, I definitely absorbed everything she had to say. Some go so far as to claim that Marjorie prevented Lori from getting married in order to maintain her relationship with Steve. One fan even wrote that Marjorie prevented that marriage because if Lori gets married, she will